What's good, y'all? We back for this Vic Beasley debate. I know y'all ready for this. So, um, I'm not finna get into all the intro and all the other stuff. Let's just go and get ahead and get down, right down to the nitty gritty. So,
I started the smoke, so should I start it off?
yeah, go ahead and start it
Should I
off.
start it off?
Start it off.
Since I'm the one. All right. Okay. My original points were any sport in any sport, not limited to the Falcons to Vic Beasley. The players who make the most money on the team need to contribute the most. That is why they get paid the most. And my whole point was, if Vic Beasley is going to get paid $12.8 million, he needs to produce to the point to $12.8 million. If we go back to his last year's production, I don't think that's worth $12.8 million. No, it's not solely based on sacks. Big Beasley. We're gonna not just sacks. We're gonna total production. Not just sacks. That is total production. That is my whole point. Go ahead.
Right, can I go? Can I go first? Can I go? I'm gonna ask you this question.
Hold on. Lieutenant Dan, is the echo back? Yeah.
Sorry, saying the echo is back. Sorry, saying the echo is back. Said it's in there. Trey said it's in there.
So, hold on for a second. So, all right. Let me figure out. Give me a second, y'all. So, I'm going to start it off. All right, Coach said something. Now, what we going to end up doing? Matt Mike.
All right. Are we good now? All right. Are we good now?
Yeah, man, Mike, go ahead.
We good now?
Yeah, go ahead.
We good now? Let me ask this. Let me ask this. Let me ask this. Sets the parameters when it comes down to pay and play. Who set these?
Who sets the parameters for
production? As far as production, pay and play. The reason why I'm asking this is like the reason why I'm saying this. Who set this? Who set these standards? Like who are we to say that this guy is worth this amount of money and this guy isn't worth that? Who are we to say as fans say Vic Beasley he's making $12 million? When you look at his production, okay, when you look at his production, there's nothing that says that Vic Beasley isn't worth. Our expectations as fans, has been completely. No, that's facts. No, that's facts. His facts, baby. That's facts, baby.
What's the fact?
Nothing that you said. The fact is our belief and what Vic Beasley is worth is our opinion. And the fact of the matter is nothing that we say outside.
Okay, go ahead.
Bro.
Go ahead.
You're saying that Vic Beasley isn't worth the $12 million. And what I'm basically trying to say is your opinion don't mean a damn thing. My opinion don't mean a damn thing. My opinion don't mean a damn thing. How can you say with the numbers that he's put up that he's not worth it when he's not worth it when the facts state that he is worth the production of what everyone else is making? So how can you say outside? So how can you say Vic is not doing his job? He's doing his job. Your opinion. Your opinion is crashing and bashing this guy based on your opinion, and his production says completely the opposite. So who really has the problem? Is it Vic Beasley who has the problem? Is it Vic Beasley who has the problem? Or is it fans who have the problem?
Similar guys who, and I'm gonna bring up two names, and two names that Fowler and Barr. They played 3 down. You saw Vic Beasley last night. You saw Vic Beasley last night. He wasn't playing 3 down. So So you can't justify a guy's production who's on the field for 3 downs, who's on the field in run situations when we clearly saw Vic Beasley wasn't yesterday. So if he's going to merely let me finish. I don't know. Let me finish. I asked Pat earlier. I don't know. Let me finish. 20 more seconds. 10 more seconds. If Vic Beasley is going to pass rush production, on pass rush production, on pass rush downs in pass rush, because he's not giving us anything in the run game. So don't compare him in the run game. So don't compare him to Dante Fowler, who I see on the field on first down. Clearly saw Vic Beasley wasn't on the field first down. First and 10 in run situation. First and 10 in run situation. Go ahead. I'm done.
Can I intervene real quick? Okay, you said because Vic is not a 3-down player.
Are we giving Fowler a pass because he on the field for rundowns, or is he actually producing on those rundowns?
Well, we know Vic isn't producing on those rundowns. We know he isn't because he's on the field. We know he isn't because he's on the field. So Dante Fowler has earned the right to be on the field.
How many snaps did Vic Beasley play?
I don't know.
Oh wow!
How many did he play?
Oh my God! Oh my God! I know how many snaps did he play? How many snaps did he play?
On the field, I saw it with my own eyes. He wasn't out there. I didn't have to count the snaps. You saw it too. The snaps. Am I wrong?
I saw him.
Am I wrong?
I saw him.
Am I wrong? In first and 10 in run situations, was he out there? In run situations, was he out there? Yes or no? Here we go. Yes or no? Was he out there?
He has the snaps. So let me see how many snaps.
Or no. Yes or no? Talking about his snaps. I'm not talking about his snaps. Question. In run situations, was Vic Beasley in the field? People in the chat, please answer. People in the chat, no. Please answer. Yes or no? Is somebody in the chat? Was Vic Beasley on the field in run situations? On first and 10?
Yes.
All right, I'm about to control the echo, y'all. Look. I gotta look. This is what I'm about to do. Everybody just gonna have to get a chance to talk one at a time because I'm about to mute. In order to fix the echo, I'm about to mute some people because the noises keep going in and out. So, Coach, you already said your question. So let LaTravis get his let him get a minute in to talk, and then everybody else go talk. All right. So, give me 1 second. So everybody's mute except for LaTravis. Go ahead and talk, LaTravis.
I mean, here's my thing. I do understand what Coach is saying, but at this point, like the whole contract situation, the contract was signed when he was a rookie, which means it was already in place that if they picked up his 5th-year option, he would be making $12 million for the season. A lot of people make it seem like he got a whole new contract and that's what they paying him for the next 3 years. After this season, Vic is a free agent unless we give him an extension. So my thing, I mean, has his sack production been good? Not really. But as me learning more about the game, it's more to football than just looking at the basic stat line. He ain't got 10 sacks this year, he's a bust. I mean, my thing is like if the dude generating pressure, I mean that he doing his job per se, but folks get mad at Vic because he not coming up with sacks, but let's be real. Vic might come off with a rush and might actually put pressure on the quarterback, but when the rest of the line of scrimmage not getting to push, the quarterback can step up in the pocket and he can make plays. Hence, look at what happened with the sack he got last night. The pocket was collapsing and the quarterback couldn't step up, so he had to roll out. That gave Vic the opportunity to get the sack because the QB couldn't step in the pocket and throw the ball downfield to make a big play. He had to roll out, which helps with Vic because Vic has the speed to catch him.
All right. All right. So hold on. I'm going to give Coach a chance to rebuttal that. Go ahead, Coach.
Real quick, I agree, but here we go with the pressures thing. And I said pressures. Pressures are misleading. Because we saw pressure yesterday. We saw Carson Wentz get pressure, get out of it, complete a pass, and the next place throw a touchdown pass. We saw Vic Beasley pressure Carson Wentz and him complete a pass. So my whole thing is pressures alone don't tell the story. Don't tell me about pressures, because if those pressures don't lead to incompletions, sacks, or passes defense, things like that, they don't matter. Because, like I said, we know a stat that says that Matt Ryan completion percentage goes up. When his completion percentage goes up, so pressures don't necessarily tell the story. Pressure just says you get close to the quarterback. If you get close to the quarterback and don't affect him, that doesn't mean anything. So if a guy had a million pressures and 5 sacks, that don't mean much to me. So pressures don't tell the story all the time.
So I'm gonna let hold on. I'm gonna let Pat talk. Pat being silent the whole time. Go ahead, take it away, Pat.
I mean, what else are you gonna use to measure the effectiveness of a pass rusher other than pressure? Because
Pat, where'd you get these pressure rates from, Pat?
Hold on, man. Let him talk. Hold on.
So I get all the pressure rates from PFF, from Football Outsiders, and other sources. But my question is, what else are you gonna use to determine the effectiveness of a?
All right. So you use PFF, right? So you use PFF, right? Well, then PFF told us Vic Beasley was 103 or 103. So we'll take PFF when they say he's doing pressure weight, but when PFF tells us he's 103 of 103, we won't listen to that. Stop. Miss me with that. You can't say PFF. We'll listen to him on this, but we won't listen to him on that.
All right, Pat.
What you're talking about is PFF grade. Everybody knows PFF grades are subjective. Nobody cares about their grading system because it's trash. I'm talking about the legit, actual, bare bones statistics. The use of pressures is a better way of determining the effectiveness of a pass rusher. Because other than that, what would you use? Sacks?
No, I've long come on now, Pat. You know I've long said we don't just use sacks. I've long said that now.
But what would you use then?
Impact plays. That's why I keep using the term. I said impact plays. And I explained what impact plays was. I will explain it again if y'all want me to.
But play is, and what's actually going on, it doesn't make sense.
I didn't even give my definition of impact play. So how do you know impact play? So how do you know what my definition? A plays that take away downs. Plays that take away downs. Plays that take away downs. Incompletions take away downs. Passes defense take away downs. If you pressure the quarterback, I see you, Trav. If you pressure the quarterback and he throws an incompletion, that takes.
All right, hold on. So Travis gonna talk, and then after Travis, I'm gonna give it back to Mad Mike.
It's on me.
Yeah, it's on you. Go ahead and talk, man.
All right, you say impact plays, so let's take it back to February of 2017. Impact play, forced fumble by Deion Jones. Atlanta recovers. Impact play, pick 6 by Robert Alford. Atlanta covers. Who won that game?
Hold on, Travis.
The team that made the most impact plays.
But if you say take away downs, so they only got 1 turnover.
Take away a down, that doesn't mean a turnover. Take away a down. If it's first down and 1st and 10 and you pass defense, now it's 2nd and 10, you took away a down. I didn't say turnover. You did take away a down. You erased the down. A whole down where they didn't gain yards. You did. You took away a down. That's an impact play. When you take away a down. A tackle for loss, a tackle for no gain. I'll give you a tackle for 1 or 2 yards. That's an impact play.
Hold on. So, all right, I'm glad you brought that up. So, what Vic Beasley did last week against Minnesota, all right, because a lot of people was, why he in coverage? And he made a play on that. I guess it was Dalvin Cook in the flat, and it was a 1 yard. It was a 1 yard gain. So you telling me that wasn't an impact play?
Mm-hmm. I didn't say it wasn't. I just explained that would be an impact play. I just explained that it would be. Y'all keep trying to talk around me. No, I'm being very consistent. That is an he needs to make a lot of those to justify paying him $12.8 million. I understand it was an option. An option, which means they had a choice. They didn't have to do it. They decided to do it. I want Vic Beasley to earn his money. I want him here. I'm just saying he needs to make enough plays to justify it. I think he can do it. I want him to do it. If what he did last year is that.
All right. Pat, and then I'm going to do Travis.
You legit just described something that only happens to like 5% of the players in the NFL. Most guys aren't gonna pressure the quarterback to create a loss of down or a turnover. Like you legit just took all the pass rush and put it into like such a small group, and that doesn't make sense because you can't use that to explain the rest of what's going on. That's why, like, when you say impact plays, that doesn't make sense.
How it doesn't?
Like so 5 to 10% of in the NFL. What about the other 90%?
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding you.
So what you said, you talking about impact play is something that causes a loss of down or a turnover. Am I correct?
No, I didn't say that.
Go ahead, say again. What is your definition of impact play?
I'm okay.
Impact play.
I'm okay. Basically, I'm sorry. Basically, that is what I said. I'm sorry. Basically, that is what I said, Pat. I'm sorry.
So what you just found is only 5 to 10% of the NFL. How do you grade the rest of the NFL then, if that's the case?
What? I don't understand your question. How do I grade the rest of the NFL?
All right.
What do you mean?
All right.
Why are you limiting impact plays to defensive line? I never limited the defensive line. Why are you limiting the impact plays to defensive line? But he's a pass rusher. So we're talking about. Hold on. We're talking about Vic Beasley, who's a primary pass rusher. We're not talking about True Fun. If we were talking about True Fun, his would be different. We're talking about Vic Beasley. So what I'm talking about is Beasley.
All right.
How many times throughout the course of the entire NFL is a player going to create a play that's going to create a loss of down? You only describe something that affects 5 to 10% of the pass rushers in the NFL. You do know that, right?
What do you mean?
Right.
What do you mean? How many times? Aaron Donald got 20.5 sacks yesterday.
Okay.
Last year. Didn't Grady get 2 tackles for loss and a sack yesterday?
How many pass rushers there are in the NFL?
Can I say something real fast?
Hold on. All right, give me a second, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
I want to play this, okay? Just listen to this. If you guys, let me know if you can hear this. I want you guys to hear this, okay?
The only reason why you are even saying what you are saying is because Vic Beasley hasn't been the quality defensive end that you wanted. And that's not his position. And since you're so butthurt about his position and him getting money on a rookie contract, who would you have replaced him with this past offseason instead of giving him a 5th-year option and letting him walk?
Hold on. Is that guy? Is that? Hold on.
Can I answer that?
Hold on.
He asked me a question. Can I answer that?
I gotta get you off mute. Hold on, man.
Oh.
All right. Was that God? That came out of nowhere. All right, go ahead and ask the question.
All right, that's an unfair question to me because I'm not a general manager. I don't have a list over here of all the guys who are available. So let me finish. I don't have a list over here of the guys that are available. All right, so that's an unfair question. It doesn't matter his position. That's what I keep telling y'all. Y'all keep bringing up the pass rush. I also brought up other ways that he can contribute. That's why I said impact plays. Y'all keep making it about pass rush. I didn't say sacks. Y'all bring it up there. So he can make impact plays at outside linebacker. He certainly can. I can bring up outside linebackers who make impact plays. I don't care what position he plays. I don't give a damn if we put him at free safety. If we put him at free safety, he needs to make impact plays to justify $13 million, 12.8, whatever you call. I don't care what his position is. Same way, I'm gonna make the example again because the people weren't. Same way is Matt. If Matt continues to turn the ball over in the red zone, Matt won't be worth $30 million because we expect more from Matt. We don't expect our $30 million quarterback to continue to turn the ball over in the red zone. I don't think Matt will do that. If he consistently does that, he's not worth $30 million.
Hold on.
If Julio goes out and has 4 for 36 every week, he's not worth $11 million.
All right, hold on. And after Matt Mike, Travis going. Go ahead, Matt Mike.
Like this is what we do as fans. We make up rules based on who and what we don't like and who we consider is making impact plays and who making what plays. Like we can't put these guys in a category and then, if this guy doesn't do this and say he's not worthy of it. Football is a team sport. Without a Grady Jarrett, without a Tack McKinley, without Deion Jones, without Desmond Trufant, without Keanu Neal doing their job, what the hell is Vic Beasley supposed to do if those guys are not making they're not making Vic Beasley jobs easier? Then everything that you just said is complete BS.
All right, stop. All right, good. All right, now it's Travis time. Go ahead, Travis.
All right, Coach. Everything you pretty much said. You said you don't care about sacks. Literally 5 minutes after you talked about sacks.
Because he's rushing the passer. If he plays outside linebacker, I wouldn't. Y'all tripping.
Hold on.
I say literally 5 minutes after you expressed yourself about how important sacks was. But
y'all listen to what y'all want to hear. Just like y'all were doing on Twitter today. Y'all hear what y'all want to hear.
Guys, Travis talking. Everybody else can't talk. So
being said, what I got for this conversation is what I've been saying about the conversation about Matt Ryan. For everything that you use against Vic Beasley, you praise another player for it.
All right. So now, Coach, go ahead. Hold on, give me a second.
The reason I said specifically, I'll clarify because y'all hearing what y'all want to hear. I don't care what position Vic Beasley plays, but right now he's primarily rushing the passer for us. So if he's going to primarily rush the passer, he needs to get the quarterback on the ground. If he's going to play outside linebacker, he needs to pass the defense. He needs to do whatever. So I brought up sacks because right now he's primarily rushing the passer. I wouldn't say that about Debo, because that's not his primary position. All right.
Hold on. No, that's not his primary role. Like Vic Beasley can drop into coverage. He's an outside linebacker.
No, what did he do yesterday? Hold on. What did he do yesterday, Don? How many times you see him drop in coverage yesterday, Don? And how many times you see him rush the passer? What did he primarily do yesterday?
But at the same time, though, man, that's not his main job. You scheme him for different teams.
What did you scheme him for different teams, though?
You scheme him for different teams.
And so, like I said, whatever role he's playing, he needs to make impact plays. What are y'all listening at? I continue to keep saying the same thing. Y'all listening to him, bro.
Him not stopping that guy.
Hold on, Travis. Go to
I said he needs to make more. I didn't say he didn't make any. I said he needs to make more. I didn't say he didn't make any. Y'all listening too hard, bro. All
right, Travis, go ahead and say what you had to say for a second.
Well, of course, I said that Vic making that, stopping Dalvin Cook for getting just only 1 yard with an impact play. Here's my thing. I think what folks don't understand is, yes, we understand that Vic is mainly a pass rush, but Vic really is more than just a pass rusher. We have not been utilizing him to the best of his abilities. You can't tell me having a guy that's like 245, 250 that runs a 4.4 and a 40, and you just leaving him as just rushing a passer. That man got way more to offer than just that. He's an athlete. You utilize his athleticism. It's like what we tried with Croy Bierman back in 2012. And he ain't nowhere near the athlete as a Vic Beasley. See, if you'd had Vic Beasley in those time frames, you probably got a more successful defense because of his athleticism. Croy Bierman did not have that. So Vic Beasley has athleticism. So, and just like Don said, you scheme him for different teams. You don't just this past week you see him pass rush pretty much the whole game. Next week you might see him covering the flats more often. You scheme for different teams.
I don't disagree with that at all, Travis. I don't disagree with that. I think Vic Beasley is an awesome athlete. I think he can help.
Hold on, you ain't even on the mic. Hold on, man. Go ahead.
I don't disagree with that at all, Travis. I think he's an awesome athlete. I think we can use his athleticism all around this team. That's why, once again, I didn't make his production in sacks. If he's going to cover the back, if he's going to cover flats, Travis, that's fine. I think he can do that. He's shown me that he can do that. He does. He did a decent job of that. I admitted that. That's fine. I don't care what role he plays. He needs to make an impact in that role. Every player, not just Vic Beasley.
All right, Mad Mike, you up next, Mad Mike. Hold on. Go ahead and talk, Mad Mike.
Hey, man, I'm just going to say this, man, because I'm just going to be real. Like, dude, you flip-flopping like my goddamn flip-flops on my feet right about now, all right? You're not consistent at all what you say. You say you want more sacks, and then you say, sacks isn't the same thing. You want more impact plays, and then you turn around and say impact play. You want Vic Beasley to be, to earn his $12 million. Well, if he's doing a multitude of things, that's what he's doing, earning his money, right? Like, this is what we want. We want players to get. Anytime you're going to get the best out of each player, you have to have everyone around him do their freaking job. And if Vic Beasley, if he is our centerpiece, why are we not holding that same standard for Grady Jarrett? And I asked this question before. Why are we not holding that same standard for Grady Jarrett? Okay, he hasn't recorded a 10-sack season yet. Tag McKinley has not done that. But we so focused on what Vic Beasley is doing, we're talking about he's not earning $12 million.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
Hold on.
Can I answer that, please?
Hold on.
Can I answer that, Don?
Hold on.
Can I answer that, Don?
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you. Hold on.
Hey, this is crazy, dog. You sound crazy.
I can answer that. One.
Hold on, Coach. Hold on. I got it.
Grady Jarrett.
Go ahead.
You're talking about Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett was on the field on first down. Grady Jarrett makes plays in the run game. Don't compare. So if you're going to compare Grady Jarrett and Vic Beasley production, boy, stop. Grady Jarrett got tackles for loss in the run game. How many did Vic Beasley do? So if you're going to compare production, compare it. How many? I don't know the snaps. How many did Grady play? How many Vic play? So if you're going to compare production, stop, Mike. That was a horrible. That was horrible.
All right, hold on. So, all right, next is gonna be Pat. Hold on.
Good enough.
All right, go ahead, man. You good? Go.
All right, man. So first of all, I said this to you on Twitter. How are you gonna compare a top 5 defensive tackle to anybody else in the roster? It's clear that Grady Jarrett is one of the best in the league. That's like saying that Julio Jones is better than Calvin Ridley. That's dumb. Why would you say that?
Hold on.
I don't.
You asking him a question, or you talking?
Well, no, I'm just making a statement because
I love to rebut.
Hold on.
And that's why we expect more from Julio than Calvin. That's why. My whole point. That's why Julio gets paid more. We expect more from Julio. We expect more from Julio than Sanu. That's why he gets more targets. That's why he gets paid more. I expect more from Vic if we're going to pay him $12.8 million. It doesn't have to make these. Don't tell me that PFF tells me this man is what's the name, and then you're going to tell me PFF says the man is 103. Oh, but we're going to listen to PFF over here, but we don't listen to him over here. Stop, man. Y'all are the ones biased. I'm being very consistent in what I'm saying the whole time, and I'm not going to change it.
All right, hold on. All right, Pat, go ahead, Pat.
All right, so look, all right. It's clear, man, we're not going to get nowhere with Coach, man. Coach not going to budge. But I will say this, though, for the people out there. I think that what folks saw Vic Beasley roll last, and they put those expectations on after 2016 is the reason why we're in this mess today. If you look at Vic Beasley, he's basically pretty much Bruce Irvin. We've already established that, right? But if you look at the way Quinn used Bruce Irvin when he was with Seattle, Bruce Irvin was always either the 4th or the 5th option as far as rushing the passer. And he used Bruce Irvin around the field to create mismatches for others. That's what he's using Vic Beasley as. You notice right now, it's Grady, it's Tack, it's Adrian Claiborne, and then it's Vic Beasley. And I just think that we're looking at this price tag, which, by the way, and I brought this up to your attention as well, I mean, it'll take me about an hour. I could do the work for you. Vic Beasley is getting what today's market is for a 5 to 10 sack guy. It's sacks is so important as a sack. And if you don't believe me, look at how much money double-digit sack guys are getting. Those guys are getting upwards of $20 million. So whether you like it or not, for 5 to 10 sack guys, this is the market that they're in. Is what Vic Beasley's fifth-year option is paying him. And another point before I turn it over to somebody else. Why do teams give NFL contracts to players?
All right, hold on. Go ahead.
Go
ahead, Coach.
He asked me why do they give NFL contracts to players?
Yeah, why do players get NFL contracts?
Because the team thinks that they can help them.
For what they've done in the past, or is it because of future potential?
Some of both. Some of both.
It's never what they've done in the past. It's always going to be future potential. It's always future potential.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
It's always
so Matt Ryan got $30 million. It wasn't based because he's shown us what he can do in the past, and we think he can continue to do it in the future.
As a parameter, but they're giving
so
him
both, like I said.
Hold on, but they're giving him that money because they believe in what he could do for the future, not what he's done for the past.
No,
because,
stop.
Yeah, that's why contracts are given out.
So time out.
Hold on, Matt Mike. Go ahead.
Yes, I will argue this point, Matt Mike, because it's some of both. It's not solely, yes, it is what we think you will do in the future, what we think you will do in the future based on what you did in the past.
But by that logic, why did the Kansas City Chiefs trade D Ford to the 49ers?
I don't know what it did.
D Ford had the best one of the best statistical seasons for passers from last year, and they traded him to the 49ers for a second-round pick. Why is that the case?
I mean, so time out. It didn't have anything to do with based on his past production. What you think he can do in the future? It's based on both, Pat. I'm sorry, we're gonna disagree on that. It's based on both. What you've done in the past, they're projecting what you will do in the future.
What I'm saying is they traded him because they felt like in the team that his future potential was not going to be enough to win a contract, so they got rid of him. That's what they did.
Okay.
All right, hold on, Matt Mike. Go ahead.
I mean, it like I don't even know where to start, man. I'll just say this. It's really to a point where, and that might hurt your feeling just a little bit. But it's clear that you don't do any type of research at all. You just talk really out of your behind, man. And like I said, man, you're entitled to your opinion. And look, this is why I have a channel in the first place, so we can debate. All right, and everyone can have their own opinion. But when you say that Vic Beasley, he should earn his money, this is a team game. You can't just say, if you're a quarterback and you're putting up subpar stats, you got to look at a number of things. Do you have a quarterback? Do you have an offensive line? Do you have a running back? Do you have the receivers in place? If those guys in place, then you can't you can't just solely say, okay, Vic Beasley needs to get 10 sacks in order for his defense to be, a top-ranked defense. Matt Ryan needs to throw for 500 yards, in order for this offense to be good, all right? But when it comes down to it, man, you entitled to your opinion, but it's clear to me that you don't even know where you're going with it, and, that's fine. That's fine, and that's the way. Just wait, shit is. This is the way things are, man, and it's all good.
All right, LaTravis.
All I'm saying is, I kind of agree with Coach on the whole contract thing because of the simple fact that, like, you can't tell me that
Ryan didn't get $30 million because, like, I mean, the dude was offensive player and MVP in the same season, along with having one of the best statistical seasons that he had, along with leading the 8th best offense in NFL history. That had a lot to do with him getting his contract extension. Now, I also would say what happens to get him a contract extension, it do help that when you have a person like Jimmy G playing 22 quarters and you getting $27 million a year, it does help that that Matt Stafford played. He been playing his whole career. Yeah, you made a postseason like 3 times in your career, but you don't have a playoff game, but you got a massive contract. It definitely helps you when a person like Kirk Cousins getting paid $20+ million a season and you never led the team to the postseason at all. So it's a lot of factors and people getting contract extensions. Don't get me wrong, I understand that, it's based off your future production, but your past production has something to do with that too, depending on the player. And I'm telling you, for me, Ryan got $30 million based off, him being MVP. Same with Rodgers. Rodgers got $33 million for being a 2-time MVP, All-Pro, Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. He got $33 million for that. And then since he signed his contract, you pretty much saw him sit on the sideline for injuries. So I could kind of agree with Coach on that part.
If looking at the comments in the chat, I'm unmuted, done. Looking at the comments in the chat, it's about split. You know what I'm saying? Split. They agree with some of the stuff y'all saying. They agree with some of the stuff I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's about split. But I'm sorry. I'm not gonna waver. And like I said, it has nothing to do with Vic Beasley or the sport. Y'all see Free right now. Free getting some heat because people's like, hey, Free ain't earned this contract. Is that? Yeah, I think it's something unfair. I think it's unfair. But I'm sorry. Your marquee guys have to produce. And if the guys you're paying the biggest cap number to aren't producing, it's going to be a problem. You can't pay guys a large cap number not to produce. And if y'all okay with that, fine. Vic Beasley, I've never said he was sorry, never said he was bad. But right now, I don't think his production, if he had turns in the same season he turned in last year, I'm sorry, I don't think that's worth $13 million. Yeah, maybe y'all do.
All right.
That
All right, wait, hold on. Question. All right. So, Coach and everybody else, did y'all see that sack that Grady Jarrett did last night? Now, how did that? We know he sacked. Carson Wentz. All right, but how did that sack take place? Who was covering who? Because from my looks of it, Vic Beasley was covering the check down guy. He was covering the running backs. If Vic Beasley covered that running back, man, that would have been an easy first down. Did y'all? I'm saying, did y'all see the same game I saw?
No, I mean, I said Vic Beasley can't cover. I don't have no problem with Vic Beasley. If Vic Beasley providing good coverage, those are impact plays. That counts to me.
He disrupted the screenplay last night, and that's why Grady Jarrett. That's what Grady Jarrett. But that goes back to what you saying that did Vic Beasley cover last night, and like he covered some. He wasn't primarily used as a pass rusher.
I said Vic Beasley didn't earn his money last night.
No one said
Did I ever
that,
say
man.
Vic Beasley didn't earn his money last night?
No one said that. I didn't say that.
All right, but it seems like that's what people saying. I'm saying I've never said that.
All right.
Third down for $13 million. Can't do that. Sorry. He is a liability in the run game right now.
So it's hold on. Matt, Mike. Go ahead. Your mic is unmuted. Go ahead.
Man, he don't know what the hell he's talking about. Vic Beasley is always number 1, number 2 in snaps every single year. To say he's only a 2-down player is just absolutely retarded.
Can somebody provide the snap count for last night? Can somebody provide the snap count for last night? Somebody, please, because I haven't seen it. I don't know. I would love to see it. So can somebody provide the snap count for last night?
All right. Pat, you already know Pat gonna pull it up in the next few minutes. But
I asked him earlier. He might not have, but I would love to see because I have no idea. So I would love to see the snap count from last night.
Like, who you looking for?
Everybody.
Vic Beasley.
Everybody.
Well, the
Oh,
whole, just do the whole, just do the whole.
Yes, of course, Vic Beasley. Yes, Vic Beasley. I want to know how many Vic Beasley played. I want to know how many Bailey played. But yes, I want to know how many snaps Vic Beasley. He's the specific person I'm looking for.
All right.
Compared to the other guys. And I want to know, since we comparing him to Fowler and Barr, how many snaps did Fowler play on Sunday? How many snaps did Barr play on Sunday? Since those are the two people that he's been compared.
It's gonna take a while
previous.
to get that stuff up, man. So.
You know, I just want to know, because if we're going to compare production, we have to compare snaps too. Is that not fair?
All right, go ahead, Pat.
All right, so Beasley played 54 snaps. Alan Bailey played 36. Pat played 55. And Grady played 67.
All right.
And they all were kind of similar. They all played almost a similar number.
That is. That's similar.
All right. Go ahead, LaTravis.
I mean, I really ain't got much right now. I'm just listening to what everybody else got to say.
All right, Mad Mike.
Woo, 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 woo. Danger, danger, danger. Somebody don't know what the fuck they're talking about. My bad.
Hey.
I'll say this, and I'll end it with this. This all goes down. One of the reasons why I've always been a Desmond Trufant, Vic Beasley, Duke Riley, even Devondre Campbell. We have to look at this as a team effort.
Yes.
Not no one player. It doesn't matter how much money you're getting paid. It doesn't matter how much money we think this person should be getting paid. Based on a team effort. This is why Bill Belichick does well every single year. It's because he puts players together who mesh well.
He doesn't overplay players.
Oh, let me finish. If we put players together, not a single player who mesh well together, it doesn't matter how much he gets paid. Tom Brady, okay, he is not. I can go back the last 6 Super Bowls that he's won. I can almost promise you that he was not the sole reason why they won those championships. Players have to mesh well. It doesn't matter how much, okay? Yes, we have quarterbacks that get paid $100 million to be the leader because they have to do things outside of the football game, okay? They have to do things outside of the football game to make sure that everyone succeeds. So when it comes to money, there's so many other factors that comes together in order for a team and a specific player to be successful. I made a video about Lawrence Taylor at 34. One of the reasons why Lawrence Taylor was so great at what he was doing, he was allowed to rush the passer and focus solely on rushing the passer. He had other players around him that allowed him to do that. That's something we don't have.
Exactly.
We don't have guys that just allow Vic to do what he does best, and that's a multitude of things. We need a pass rusher who can be consistent with Grady Jarrett, with Tack McKinley, with Vic Beasley, and now this 34 does exactly that.
It caters
it
to Vic
allows
Beasley.
everyone to shine.
Yes. All right, Coach.
I disagree with that. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with that at all.
All right.
Mike, I can't disagree with that at all. Like I said, it wasn't a bashing of Big Beasley. I was never bashing Big Beasley. You know, I'm sorry that y'all felt that way. You know.
Hold on, LaTravis. Hold on, LaTravis. Go ahead, man.
All right, to this fan base, I had a slight discussion with some guy off Twitter for this. I understand that. I understand a lot of folks done been playing Madden. Y'all done turned y'all fantasy drafts on. and you done built some super team. But Madden and real life football do not correspond with one another. Please kill the idea of trading for Jalen Ramsey. That is stupid.
Who said that?
Huh? I've seen several Falcon fans tweet, we need to pull the trigger on Jalen Ramsey. Yes. Literally talked to a guy who said we need to trade for him. And I said, why? And he was like, you crazy if you don't think we need help at cornerback. What game was you watching yesterday? Because cornerback position looked pretty solid. You got 2 picks from True. Oliver played decent. KZ made, he did his job. What you need help on? You looking for a dominant defense, and you can't. This is not the NBA. You cannot build a super team. You can't build a super team with a 53-man roster. It's impossible.
Numbers. Yeah.
You're right.
At 2 cap numbers.
Yeah, the cap work completely different.
Hold on, coach.
Different in the NFL and NBA. Completely different.
Completely different. So for you to sit here and think, I'm asking you, like, what money can we pay Jalen Ramsey in here? But you'll say something stupid by trading X, Y, and Z and some picks to bring him in. Because you going to sabotage your future?
Man, I sometimes I wish I was like Thanos in this Falcons fandom. If somebody say something stupid, I can just make them just fade away out of this fan. I'm just saying, it just I really hate when people say stuff like this, man.
It's like, the same.
It like, oh, we need the same thing with Jadeveon Clowney a few weeks ago. Oh, we need to trade so we get Jadeveon Clowney. Some people said on some stupid stuff on the line of, oh, we need to trade Matt Ryan and some picks to get Jadeveon Clowney, and then we could just go in the draft next year and get Jake Fromm. Like, this is why I don't take people's like opinions and stuff or takes and stuff off social media real serious. All right, hold on, go ahead. Hold on, Pat. Go ahead, Pat.
Nah, man, I just wanted to announce, man, the breaking news: the Pittsburgh Steelers traded their 2020 first-round pick to the Dolphins for defensive back Mika Fitzpatrick. Just so y'all know.
Dang, they got Minka.
After Big Ben just went on IR for the rest of the season. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
He from up in that area too.
Yep.
From up in that area too.
Yeah,
Minka Fitzpatrick is from like. Yeah, he from Pittsburgh. Yeah, he from that area too. Yeah.
So you know Jalen gonna garner at least a first or second at the least.
So do we even consider the Dolphins as an NFL team?
Nah, I don't think so. Nah.
All right, hold on. So I want to hear Mike. What you think about Jalen Ramsey? What's your nickname for Jalen Ramsey?
Oh, Miss Thing? Oh yeah, no. I ain't got this. Nah, I'm good on him. Y'all can have it. You can have Miss Thing.
That man is very zesty.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything. All right, please forgive me if that came off wrong, but that dude's sassy, bro. That dude got some sass in him.
I don't agree with it. I'm telling you, he's very zesty.
You ain't nothing wrong with that, Mike. You right, Mike. He do. Look, it's something we all agree on. No, something we finally all agree on. Yeah, that man got a little sugar in his tank. I don't care what nobody say.
And disclaimer to any, to the homosexual community, it's no shot at y'all. It's just the fact that
whatsoever. Please forgive me.
Very testy. I mean, I don't care what nobody say. When you on TV, you on camera, you talk. So you tell me. That come on now.
Can pop in your eyes, like, all right, come on, Miss Thing.
Hey, if somebody can Photoshop Jalen Ramsey on Monica's first album, Miss Thing, I will love you forever.
Wow. And man being in the mirror talking about something is one of them days, don't take it personal.
I guess he took it personal yesterday. He tried to fight the head coach.
Man, listen, man.
Man, we just started the show heated and we all laughing.
But bottom line of it all is this for me is like that the fan base just need to think with common sense, because a lot of things that y'all thinking, I don't know whether y'all either on meth or what. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. I mean, where I'm from, we do have meth and ham. We produce a lot of that down here. Because obviously y'all own something with these ideas of trades, like the trade Matt Ryan for Cam Newton. Please kill yourself. I want you to find the tallest building you could find and just leap off of it with no remorse.
All right.
You talking about? I mean, I like Deshaun Watson. I want the dude to be successful, but trading Ryan for Deshaun,
no, dog, I'm good on that.
Exactly. Take a 9mm and stick it in your mouth and pull the trigger.
All right. So
hollow points.
So it's this one guy.
Yeah, add that to that too. So we want to clarify your death.
Exactly. So it's this one guy. Y'all can go check him out. His name is Steve Zucksky, whatever it is. It's at THICCDUSKY. This guy, I guess, was talking reckless all evening about Matt Ryan, and I said, "Hey, man, you want to come on the show, man? We can debate on the show, man. Give you a platform." And so I said, well, we try to give you a forum to talk on, but we see you backpedaling. So he pretty much, well, I swear if you don't quit right now, trying to act all hard. Like, I'm trying to figure out who's acting hard. I'm asking you to come on the show. So you backpedaling. So, and you saying you can coming up with every excuse you don't want to come on the show, that's called backpedaling. All right. And he tried to call me, talking about, I got something for you too, big boy. I'm saying, but if you go look at this man picture, he ain't got no room to call nobody big boy. He ain't got no room to call nobody big boy.
Why everybody you want to turn into keyboard wars when it comes to sports debate? First of all, speaking of, I'm glad you brought that up. For all Falcon fans, and don't get me wrong, I'm not giving Ryan a pass. It didn't look pretty. But it's more to football than just, oh my God, he threw a pick. The first pick, the Sanu, I can kind of say that was on Ryan, behind Sanu. Usually Sanu makes those one-handed catches, but it is what it is. The second pick, I kind of put more on Julio than Ryan. You knew Ryan was going to be under pressure. You knew he was going to be under duress. You are his favorite target, his number one receiver. He throwing off his back foot. We expect for you to look for the football faster than what you did, which led to an interception. The third pick, Brandon Graham beat Tyson Brello, which hit Ryan's arm, which everybody know in football, the term game of inches is literally the most literal slogan of the whole situation. Game of inches. So that slight nudge on Ryan throwing motion threw it off, which led to an interception. Now everybody brings up the 3 picks. Let's talk about the fact that Ryan should have had 3 touchdowns. Because Ridley dropped 2 and Hardy had, 6 touchdowns. Ridley dropped 2 and Hardy dropped 1. Come on now.
And look, man, and me and Travis, we saw this earlier, man. It's so bad that the hypocrisy in his fan base has gotten to Matt Ryan, like on Matt Ryan, so bad that Saints fans now is defending Matt Ryan. You see that earlier today, Travis?
No joke. Y'all think we lied, but it's a dude on our feed, and I mentioned that literally said when Don said that I'm sick of y'all fan base talking about we need to trade Matt Ryan, we need to trade the fan. It's just for y'all fans, and a Saints fan said you can have Bridgewater, we'll take Matt Ryan for Teddy Bridgewater in the 4th round pick. And then said came out and said that the Falcon fan base is just as fickle as Saints fan base. Them same people gonna be Kansas City fans soon. He's showing them saying, I listen here. I done seen the switch before. I done saw Falcon fans when I first got on Twitter back in like 2012 before I was following Falcon fans. I seen some of them. One guy even went out as far as saying he bought a whole doggone Seahawks jersey. But then fast forward 4 years later, when Atlanta on a Super Bowl run, Dirty Bird Nation. No, I'll shoot you. No, I'm shooting you. I am shooting. When I tell y'all, I turned into the Heartbreak Kid. I was doggone dancing my way down to that ring, and I sweet chin music him straight off the bandwagon. Get out of here.
All right. Pat, you got anything else to say, man?
Man, I don't even. Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. We kind of just went down a rabbit hole. I don't even know what we talking about right now.
All right, we just trying to wrap up the show. All right, Mad Mike.
I'll just say this, man. It all comes down to this, man. Like I said, I'm gonna reiterate what I was saying earlier. It comes a point where we just got to stop individualizing a team. This is what this is what most fans do. We individualize a team sport. It's okay to like and dislike whoever you dislike. It's okay to like. All right, it's okay to do all of that. But what we do as a fan base, and we do this more than any other fan base. I'm just going to be real. I could be wrong, but what we do wrong is that we look at one player and think of one player is going to win us a championship. Never in the NFL has one player dominated the league and won a championship on his own. Aaron Rodgers won MVP. Guess what? He never even made he never made it to the big. All right. You look at that Ravens defense. The Ravens defense wouldn't have done any of that if it wasn't for Jamal Lewis and Trent Dilfer. These guys, this is a team effort. It doesn't matter how well a quarterback throws. It doesn't matter how well the running back runs. It doesn't matter how good the defense is. If any of this, if the coaching is off, it doesn't matter how much talent that you have. All right, it has to come together. So Falcons fans, we got to stop saying, Vic Beasley is the reason why this defense sucks. We got to stop saying that Matt Ryan needs to play perfect for us to score 30 points in a game. It's all about chemistry and team. And this is what and another thing too, one more thing before I cut it close. Falcons fans, you want to sit up here and, have all these ideas on who should be on the team and who you want to cheer for? Last night, I did not like what I heard from the fans at the Dome, at the stadium.
Exactly. That was ridiculous.
That bitch was quiet for a good minute until he started winning. Y'all want to talk all this crap about Vic Beasley? Y'all want to talk all this crap about Matt Ryan? Well, get y'all asses up and start cheering. You're supposed to be fans about all this merchandise outside of it. You can't get up. You can't get your ass up off the seats and cheer. Have your drunk anyway. Half of you drunk anyway when you go to the game. So you might as well cheer. So what's the excuse? We got Philadelphia Eagles fans and they're louder than Atlanta Falcons fans, but yet you want to sit up here and say something about Vic Beasley and Matt Ryan and Julio Jones and these guys are not worth. What the hell are you buying tickets for if you're going to sit on your ass and then say the team owes you something?
You can just
get your ass up and cheer. Period.
You know what? I'm gonna add to that because I think the guy I follow on Twitter named Cedric, he took a picture of the stadium.
Yeah.
And bro, that stadium looked half empty, but that's abysmal. Yeah. That is very abysmal. Y'all, I understand they might say ticket prices, and we ain't say you had to go to every game, but this game was national freaking televised. Y'all should have had that joint packed out.
And the roof was open. I'm saying,
and I'm talking about I seen places online where tickets was $69. You telling me you can't scuffle? You telling me you can't scuffle a 220 for 320s and a 10? Come on, man. Get it together. Y'all want respect.
Man.
You ain't even respecting your own franchise. How you want the national media to show you respect? You're not even showing it.
Exactly.
iPhone real quick, but you can't get up $9.
Ain't it? I bet ain't it. They had an iPhone 11 when it dropped.
I bet they want to. On the weekends they want to go spend money, blow it at Magic City or Club Crucial or whatever, but they can't go get them.
Hold on. We ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't say all that now.
Well, in closing, my final thought is, I If y'all think I'm backpedaling, whatever, I don't think I am. My whole point is, I think once again, the players that are given the most need to contribute most, and I also think that Vic Beasley has the potential to do what we want him to do here. I hope he does it here. I just want more production than I got out of him last year, this year. I think that we will get it. That's period. And if he doesn't, he didn't earn his contract. Period. It doesn't matter who awarded him the contract. Yes, the front office gave him that. Guess what? I've never been a Thomas Dimitrov fan, so it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Who gave it to him? Why he get it? I don't care who gave it to him. The players making the big bucks better produce.
All right.
Period.
Well, we're not gonna open up those can of worms right there as far as the Thomas Dimitrov thing. All right. Well, hey, we're gonna go ahead and end this because it's after 10 o'clock. It's almost 10:30. We've been on this thing for over an hour. Everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all joining us. I wish we could have read everybody's stuff, but Coach, he was in the chat. I jumped in a couple of minutes. I know I saw Jazzy Jeff in the chat, and I saw Brazilian Net Skills in the chat.
Chapman was in
there.
Eric.
In the chat. Lieutenant
Posky.
Dan came in like God, speaking from out of nowhere. Like, okay. All right, so everybody, thank y'all for joining us. Hey, in case y'all didn't know, this is the hometown homecoming week. All right, we got content pretty much going in every day. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow, but we'll find something to talk about. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach Don, I just want to say too, everybody, if I didn't respect these dudes' opinions, even though we disagree, I wouldn't even debate with them. So I respect all these dudes' opinion. If I didn't respect your opinion and you thought you were just a complete dumbass, I would never debate with you. So just because I disagree with these guys, I still respect and follow Mad Mike, Trav, Pat, Dan. So even though we disagree, these guys still are intelligent football minds, and I still mess with them.
Yeah, well, like I said, man, we all under the same. We all under the same unintentional grounding umbrella. We all work together. So we not always gonna see eye to eye certain things. So this is why we have the platforms. We have each other platforms. We just go out and just hash it out instead of talking back and forth and all the other stuff. But like I said, I'm glad y'all could join us. Oh, also everybody in the chat, if you're going to be in Atlanta this Saturday evening, if you're not going to Athens, if you don't have any plans to attend, I guess a watch party at for the Georgia Notre Dame game, we will be at Manny's at Grant Park, so y'all can come hang out with us at Manny's at Grant Park. We can just watch the game together.
That Georgia boy, come out, man.
Come on out, man. I don't know if Eric said he's.
Eric, Jonathan Posky, whatever y'all doing, Trey, whatever y'all doing, whatever y'all ain't doing this weekend.
Jonathan said he lives too far out. Eric, he stay kind of far, but he said he might make it.
Yeah, Eric live far too.
But yeah, everybody else, man, if y'all come out, man, come hang out with your hometown sports podcast. Like we got y'all. So
Eric said he'll come through. He in the chat. He said he'll come through.
So we'll, if y'all need a address or whatever, just let us know.
Mario, you straight ATL. You come through, come through, parlay. Come on through, parlay.
Man, Cater boy to my heart, man.
All right, so
at least you backwoods.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and end this stream. So if you're new to the channel, you guys already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button. Share this content out with other Atlanta sports fanatics, and hit us up in the chat. Thank you to everybody who came on tonight to debate. Sorry for the audio earlier. I promise you I'm gonna try to get this fixed soon. Just the time. Yeah, we're gonna get new equipment to make the presentation a little bit more better for you guys. So just bear with us. Everybody who's been patient, we appreciate it. As always,
come holla
at your hometown sports podcast.
All
right. On that note, we'll see y'all later. We'll be back with a show Wednesday, rivalry week. We're gonna review the Georgia versus Notre Dame game. See y'all then.